geography, science, etc., etc. There's also a sports one there. So basically, let me give you a demonstration page. So what it basically has is the flag, the country name, a map, some sort of fun facts, and another fun fact. And then it has this this sort of like listing, and we'll go through the template for that in just a sec. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at Europe. First of all, I'd like to do more on this book at different junctures, but today we're going to focus on Europe. If you enjoy, drop it a like, and also consider subscribing if you would like any more of this, / I would encourage you, if you enjoy geography, to check out my channel, because we do a lot of that kind of stuff, geography adjacent, kind of, yeah, just stuff really. So yeah, let's go through this key. So these are the three sort of fact keys. We have geography, climate, and economy. And then the ones that are going to be at the bottom, we have the official name, the capital, the area, so the size basically, population and population density, literacy rate, languages, indicates official languages, so that's not the only languages that are spoken there, but just the ones that are listed by the country as being official. Type of government, currency. So all of this will become quite clear once we get going. So we are looking for page 96, which is this one. So here we have a fun little map of Europe. It looks like it has like a bit of a relief map going on as well. It sort of shows mountain ranges and all that kind of thing. We can see up in the top right here, land area 10.5 million square kilometers, or 4.1 million square miles. There are 45 countries in Europe, and the population total is 742 million. So it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, we think of Europe and there are so many big countries in Europe, popular tourist destinations, all that kind of thing, but actually the total population of Europe is less than some countries, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get through all of them, but we're going to have a little look at some European countries. So first of all, here we have Iceland. I'm not sure what the logic is for how they are ordered, but Iceland. So it has like a little description up at the top here. So it says, dramatic landscapes, including many volcanoes, shape this island in Europe's far north. Few people live on it. Its economy crashed heavily in 2008, but has now recovered, which is good. Never been to Iceland. One of those countries that I think became more popular when all of the social media, TikTok stuff started to come out, and people used to be sort of romanticizing Iceland a little bit. But yeah, so here we go. geysers, which are like the jets of like very warm water that sort of spray out of the ground. And sulfatras, I don't know how you say that, steam vents. So again, similar to the geysers, but instead of water, it's steam. There are grassy low areas along the coasts and steep-sided, glacier-carved fjords in the east and west. People always make the joke, don't they, that you have Greenland and Iceland. Greenland is covered in ice, and Iceland is mainly green. Apart from, it seems, some bits here and this area here, which looks like a kind of tundra area. Winters are mild and summers are cool, so it's the opposite to how we have it in the UK. Money from tourism and exports has aided the recovery of Iceland's economy. It produces aluminium and fish products. And we have the little fast fact here. The word geyser comes from Geysir, the name of a particular geyser in southwest Iceland. It's interesting. So, official name, Republic of Iceland. The capital, as you can see here, is Reykjavik. The area is 103,000 square kilometers. Population is 360,872. The population density is 4 people per square kilometer, 9 people per square mile. Literacy rate 99%. Official languages Icelandic, English, Nordic languages. The government is a parliamentary system, and the currency is Icelandic krona, and that is equal to 100 ora, something like that, which is the smaller denomination of their currency, like pence is to the pound. Okay, let's move on to Norway. Up top here it says, rugged Norway sits on Scandinavia's western coast. Its people enjoy one of the highest standards of living in the world. So the geography says, the western coast has steep cliffs and tens of thousands of islands. Most of the country is covered with mountains or high areas of flat land. The climate is mild on the coast and more extreme inland, where there are warm summers and cold, snowy winters. There's also parts of Norway, I think, where it's either the sun never rises or the sun never sets. I have a feeling it's the sun never rises. I think there's parts of Norway in the winter where you don't get any sunlight, or you get a very faint bit of light during the day, just because of where it sits so close to the magnetic poles. Economy: Norway produces more oil and gas than anywhere else in Western Europe. It makes money from metals, chemicals, and engineering. And then the fast fact here says that mainland Norway is only 6 kilometers wide, near the city of Narvik, which is here, if you can see Narvik. So yeah, that's quite interesting. Official name, Kingdom of Norway. Capital city, Oslo. Area 323,802 square kilometers. Population 5.5 million, 17 people per square kilometer. Again, literacy rate is 99%. is Norwegian. So that's Nynorsk, something like that, New Norsk, and Bokmål, or book language, and then Sami as well. The government is a parliamentary system, and the currency is a Norwegian krone, which is equal to 100. I think you say øre. I think that's what the O with the line through it means. I think it's an øre. I think øre is also used in Sweden, or was. Oh yeah, still is. Also Denmark as well. So actually, I'm gonna move to a different part of Europe. So let's go to Estonia. The country of Estonia on the Baltic coast has a fast-growing high-tech economy. Its capital, Tallinn, boasts many impressive medieval buildings. Tallinn is a place that I would actually love to go on holiday. I've seen photos and videos, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And as you can see here, it's also close to the coast, so I think it would make a good holiday destination. The country, this is the geography factor, the country is mostly flat, wet, and partly forested. There are more than 1,500 islands. Much of the eastern border with Russia is formed by Lake Peipus, something like that. Weather: winters are harshly cold, springs are damp, and summers are cool. Economy: Estonia produces timber and oil shale, a rock used to make oil. It provides services such as computer programming more than products, and joined the European Union in 2004. The fast fact: in 2007, Estonia became the first country in the world where people could vote online. That's kind of cool. So the official name: Republic of Estonia, capital Tallinn, area 45,228 square kilometers, 1.2 million population, 100% literacy rate. Official languages: Estonian, Russian, Ukrainian. Once again, the government is a parliamentary system, and they use the euro and cents, of course, because they're in the European Union. I think it is a choice, though, because the UK obviously was in the European Union for a while, and we did not use the euro. We continued to use pounds and pence. So Latvia, this country sits on the eastern shores of the Baltic Sea. Latvia makes money in a number of ways, including farming and exporting goods such as wood and textiles. Geography: the coastal plains are mainly flat. Latvia's forested interior has many bogs and swamps. Summers are warm and winters are cold. Rain falls steadily throughout the year. Interesting that the summers are warm when it's said. A bordering country, Estonia, the summers were cool. Latvia's economy provides more services than goods. It nearly ran out of money in the global economic crisis, but it is now growing again. Me too, Latvia. I nearly ran out of money at the end of university, so I know how you feel. Fast fact: Latvia has more than 12,000 rivers and 3,000 lakes, which wouldn't necessarily be massively apparent. I suppose you can see here and here and here, but it doesn't look too water-filled. But yeah, there we go. Latvia is the official name. The capital is Riga. 64,589 square kilometers is the area. 1.8 million population. 100% literacy rate. Official languages Latvian and Russian. As with a lot of these former Soviet Union, I don't know if you'd call them states, but countries where their country fell within the Soviet Union, you'll usually have Russian as one of the languages. Parliamentary system for the government, and again they use the euro. I'll do Lithuania as well because it seems harsh to do Latvia and Estonia and not do Lithuania as the three kind of Baltic states. The largest of the three countries on the Baltic coast is Lithuania. It declared its independence from the Soviet Union in 1990. Lithuania is mostly flat with wet areas, meadows, and lots of farms. There are lakes and forested ridges in the east. Winters are cold and summers are cool, and there is steady rainfall. Very, very interesting. So Latvia, it says the summers are warm, and then the country to the south and the country to the north, the summers are cool. Very interesting. The country specialises in engineering, shipbuilding, and processing food. Its economy had a crisis in 2009, but it has bounced back. The earliest human settlements in Lithuania date back over 10,000 years. Wow, that's a long time. The official name is the Republic of Lithuania. The capital is Vilnius, just here southeast. 65,300 square kilometers is the area. 2.8 million, or is it 2.6? 2.6 million is the population. 100% literacy rate. Official languages are Lithuanian, Russian, and Polish. The government is a semi-presidential system, and the currency is the euro. We'll do Germany because, sorry Poland, but I can't do everyone. I've been to Germany quite a lot. I've been I think it's 5 times more. So I've been to the Rhine Valley, I've been to Berlin, I've been to Hamburg, and then I've been to Munich, and I've been to Nuremberg. Yeah, so I've been 5 times. And I've travelled around a little bit as well. So I've been to a lot of the bigger cities in Germany. I really enjoy Germany. I've heard people say that they don't necessarily like it that much because they think it's a bit boring. But I mean, I'm not going to Germany for like the weather or, I wouldn't go to Germany for the same reasons I would go to Spain or I would go to Italy, right? It's, the city breaks. I think that the nightlife culture is really good. If you're into that, I mean, if you're not, then that's fair enough, but I really enjoy Germany. Even though, as a Brit, we're kind of contractually obliged to pretend that we don't like each other, especially when it comes to football, but yeah, anyway. Germany. This country sits in the heart of the continent. Germany is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. It is beginning to use more renewable energy sources, which is good. Geography: there are plains along the coast in the north, hills in the centre, and the Alps in the south. The southern areas are wet and have warm summers. Much of Germany's north and central eastern regions are drier with mild summers and cool winters. Economy: Germany exports electronics, cars, engineering and chemicals. thinks, damn, maybe I should get myself to Germany. I literally cannot get a job at the moment. I mean, I have a job, but I want like a corporate job, and I just literally cannot get one. So maybe I should go to Germany. Fast fact, German ports handle almost a third of its international trade. Wow. Which is kind of crazy when you think that there's actually not that much of the country that is bordered by water. Official name, Federal Republic of Germany. I didn't know that actually. The capital is Berlin. 357,022 square meters. 84.3 million people. 99% literacy rate. And the official languages are German and Turkish. I don't know what the history of there being so much Turkish influence in Germany, but it is clear when you go, there's just a lot of Turkish influence you can see in shops and all that kind of thing. It has a parliamentary system, and it once again uses the euro. We'll go with the Netherlands. The low-lying Netherlands is one of the oldest sea trading nations, and its city of Rotterdam has Europe's largest port. It is the world's largest producer of tulip bulbs. So, geography, the Netherlands is flat with about 27% of its land below sea level and protected by dunes, dikes and canals. Winters are mild and rainy and summers are cool. Well, I can assure you that the summers are not cool at the moment. I have a friend who I talk to online who is from Breda in the Netherlands, and he is dying at the moment because it's so warm. The Netherlands buys and sells a wide range of goods. It is home to many major international companies and exports chemicals, machinery, electronics and metals. The fast fact says the city of Amsterdam has 165 canals and more than 1,200 bridges. Oddly, I've never been, which is strange because it's so close to the UK, and also a lot of Dutch people speak English as well, so it's quite an easy country for a Brit to go to. But I know that in certain parts of the Netherlands they are pretty sick of Brits coming over, and that's fair enough because I'm pretty sick of them as well. So the official name is Kingdom of the Netherlands. Capital is Amsterdam and Den Haag. I did not know that Den Haag is considered a capital. Really? I did not know that. 41,543 square meters. 17.4 million people, 99% literacy rate. Official languages are Dutch and Frisian. They have a parliamentary system and they use the euro. I was going to say, I want to see what it... We'll do Ireland as well, but I want to see what it says about the UK. So Ireland, after joining the European Union in 1973, Ireland became a modern high-tech economy. It has a strong culture based on ancient Celtic traditions, such as drinking and drinking some more. Ireland has low mountains along its coast. There are flatter areas inland, with lakes, rolling hills, and peat bogs, areas of wetland filled with partly decayed plant matter. It is mild and wet. Snow is rare, except in the mountains. I don't know if I would say it's mild. It's definitely wet. It rains a lot in Ireland because they get a lot of the water that washes off the Atlantic Ocean. And Ireland kind of acts as a bit of a weather shield to some of the UK, even though, where I live in the northwest still gets a lot of rain. 1st century Celtic festival in Samhain in Ireland. So the official name is Ireland. The capital is Dublin, 70,273 square kilometres, 5.3 million people, 99% literacy rate. Official languages are English and Irish. I don't know if that's the same as Gaelic or if I'm being very insensitive. They have a parliamentary system and they use the euro. One thing I love about Ireland is, first of all, Guinness. Second of all, they have a lot of golf courses, a lot of incredible golf courses, and I am a big fan / player of golf. So for me, it's absolutely the perfect country. They drink a lot and they play golf. It's a dream come true for me. I love Ireland. I love Irish people as well. They're very, very matter of fact, but very, very friendly people. And they just kind of get on with it, which I think is a great trait to have. You know, the weather's rubbish and it's not the most rich country, but they're all happy. They get on with it. Well, mostly happy. They get on with it. So I respect Ireland a lot. Okay, so we'll probably do this as the last one because we're running up on half an hour. The United Kingdom. So this is obviously where I'm from. You might have seen me say this before. I am from a place called Preston, which is just above Liverpool and Manchester, just here. So pretty much. So see where Leeds is here. If you went straight west, pretty much level with Leeds, closer to the west coast here is a place called Preston. That's where I live. So if you want to come and find me, then good luck. The UK is made up of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. It is one of the world's leading economies, yippee, except no one could get a job. Scotland, Wales and Northern England have rugged mountains. Yeah, it's probably fair to say. England is mainly lower, with rolling hills, rivers and canals. The weather is generally mild. Potentially not in I would say October till April. I wouldn't say it's mild, but I suppose it's all relative. The weather's generally mild, but highly changeable. That's true. That's true. The winters can get very cold, but the summers can get very hot. Higher areas can have snow in winter, yeah, for sure. There's areas near me that get very snowy. The country's economy is the 6th largest in the world. It's famous for its financial services. Canary Wharf in London, very famous financial district. We also have our own stock market, I think, although I'm not sure if that's true. In the UK, the laws of the land are written in many documents, but not in a single written contribution, unlike many other countries. The official name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The capital is London. Area 243,610 square metres. 68.1 million population. Literacy rate 99%. I think I actually know all 1% of the people that can't read and write, it seems. English, Welsh, Scottish, Gaelic, Irish. Oh, so Gaelic and Irish are different. Are official languages. The governmental system is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy. So what that means is that Parliament runs the country in terms of policy and laws. We do have the King Charles, but he doesn't have very much sort of operational power. He's more of a figurehead. Although I do think he has to okay certain things, and he can. I think he does theoretically have the power to do certain things, but that they haven't been exercised in many, many years. sterling. So £1 is 100 pence. Okie dokie. Well, I quite like this book. I think it's very cool. I got it a few weeks ago and I've just been having a read of it, and I thought it would be perfect for yes, I read books like this in my spare time. I thought it would be cool to do a video, so I hope you enjoyed. Like I said at the start, if you did enjoy, drop it a like and consider subscribing. I hope to be back making stuff more regularly. I know I say that every time I return. It's not been as long this time, so I've just been very busy doing certain things, and just generally not had time to make these videos. But I do really enjoy making them, so I hope you've enjoyed this today, and I will hopefully see you all again very, very soon. So thank you ever so much.